Hello dear students, I am Ankit Sultania. Now, today I am going to explain you all about the next point that you can see on the screen, that is network devices. What are network devices? Whenever we connect two or more computers with each other for sharing information or communication, we create a network, and this network is created by the help of different networking devices. Network devices or communication devices are the units that mediates data in a computer network, and also called network equipments. Whenever data is traveled from one computer to another, the data is divided into packets, a small piece of packets, and these packets are described by a number, unique number, and each packets are traveled through the transmission media via different routes, and as the packets travel and reaches to the destination system, all these packets reassembled together and again form the complete data that is sent by the sender. In this way, the data travels from the source location to the destination location. There are many types of network devices used in networking. Some of them are as described in your book: NIC, network interface card; modem, modulator demodulator; hub, switch, and router. Some of more network devices that are not described in your book are repeater, gateway, bridge, etc. Now, I will describe you all about each type of network devices one by one in detail. The first one is NIC, that is network interface card. As you can see the picture of this one on the screen, what is network interface card? Network interface card is a networking device or a hardware device that is attached to a computer to enable it to communicate over the network. Whenever we connect our computer to share any information to other devices, we use different networks like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, etc. These all can be done because of NIC that is already installed in our computer system. The NIC has a ROM chip that contains a unique number, which is the hardware address or the MAC address, media access control address. This hardware address uniquely identifies a computer on the network. Now, the next one type of network devices is modem. Modem stands for modulator, demodulator. As you can see in this figure, the transmission of signal through modem. It is the diagram how the signals transmit from one computer to another through modem. As you all know, the computer understands only digital signal. Okay, and whenever we transmit data through one computer to another over the internet via telephone lines or cable lines, the computer is connected to a modem. Modem converts at the sender's end, modem converts the computer's digital signal to its analog signal so that the data travels through wires to the destination system. And as the analog signal reaches at the destination end, the modem present at the destination end reconverts it into its digital signal. In this way, the data travels from one system to another. The signal transmit from one system to another through modem. Modems are also used for connecting computers to the internet. It are connected to a computer and a telephone line, as you can see in this picture. Now, the next point is hub. What is hub? Hub is also a network device. It is also a hardware device which is used with computer systems to connect several computers together. It acts as a centralized connection to several computers with the central node or server. It is a multi-port device which provides access to computers. It is a device that connects computers in a network. In this, when a computer sends data through the network, on the network, the hub simply forwards the packets to all the other computers connected to it through hub. Okay, means if we create a network and connect every computer through the hub, and when data is transferred from one system via the hub, then it transmitted to every system that are connected through the hub. Now the next one is switch. It is also a type of network devices. It is a hardware device which is used to connect devices or segments of the network into smaller subsets of LAN segments. The main purpose of segmenting is to prevent the traffic overloading in a network. Switch forwards a data packet to a specific route by establishing a temporary location between the source and the destination. After the transmission or the conversation is done, the connection is terminated. There is a vast difference between switch and a hub. A hub forward each incoming packet or data to all the computers connected to the hub, to all the hub port. But a switch sends the incoming data to the desired destination only. It records the addresses of the computers connected to it. So, When a packet is received, switch reads the information about the destination address to determine if the destination device is connected to it or not. If the destination device is connected, the switch forwards the packet only to the destination device. In this way, the other computers do not have to read the or deal with the data that is not meant for them. Now, the next type of network device that is described in your book is router. Router is a hardware device. It is also a network device which is designed to take the incoming packets, analyze the packets, moving the packets to another network, converting the packets to another network interfaces, dropping the packets, directing packets to the appropriate locations, etc. Routers are called hop in the series. It also connects two or more networks. It is commonly used to connect the computer to a network of the internet. Lines from different networks are connected to router. There are many different wireless routers are available also in the market. Routers examine the address of each packet coming on the line, uses the routing information stored in it, and forwards the packet to the next network. In this way, a packet, after going through multiple routers, reaches its destination. Now, the next point is protocol. You may have listened many times, follow the protocol, follow the rule. In network, whenever data is transmitted from one to another, one system to another, or source to destination, protocols must be followed. So we can say protocol is a set of rules. Protocol is a set of rules applicable for a network. The protocol defines a standardized format for the data packet to be transmitted through the network. As I told you earlier that just we follow different certain rules while communicating with others, while going anywhere, while attending any meeting. In this way, in the same way, there are some rules or protocols that must be followed for effective network communication. Some of the protocols are HTTP Hypertext Transfer Protocol, TCP/IP Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol, PPP Point to Point Protocol, FTP File Transfer Protocol, SMTP Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, and many more. Two main protocols that is described in your book are, as you can see on the screen, HTTP Hypertext Transfer Protocol and TCP/IP Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. First one is HTTP Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is widely used protocol. This protocol is used by the World Wide Web. Before understanding this point, understand the client server architecture. Whenever we search any information, whenever we search any information from Google, or through internet, the system through which we search any information is referred to as client system, and the information is stored on the server from where the data according to our requirement is fetched and result given to us. As we search any information from the client system, it goes in the form of request to the server, and the server accept our request and fetches the desired data according to our requirement and gives back the result data in the form of response to the client. In this way, client server architecture works. Here, hypertext transfer protocol is used by the World Wide Web. It defines how messages are formatted and transmitted and what actions web servers and browsers should take in response to various commands. It is a request or response standard between a client and a server. For example, when we enter a URL in our browser, this actually sends an HTTP command to the web server directly to fetch and transmit the requested web page. It is generic, stateless, and object oriented protocol. It is used between a web browser and a web server for transferring or transmitting HTML pages. Now the next one is TCP/IP, Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. TCP/IP is the communication protocol for the internet. It defines the rules computers must follow to communicate with each other over the network. The TCP/IP protocol is a protocol used in email transmission. In fact, it is a set of protocol that is TCP and IP. The information is transmitted across the internet in the form of bundles called TCP is responsible for dividing the data into packets before they are sent and for reassembling the packets when they arrive at the destination. IP is a set of specifications that determines the best route for the packets across the internet so that the packets reach their destination address. The next point is packet switching in networks. Understand this point. In network, whenever we share any information or data from one system to another, as I described you today earlier, how the data transmits from one system to another in a network. Suppose that there are two systems, as you can see in this figure. There are two computer systems, computer A and computer B. Suppose the data has to be sent from computer A to computer B. The data at computer A is broken into small pieces. These small pieces are called packets. A header is added to every packet. The address of sender, that is computer A, and the address of receiver, that is computer B, are put in the header. Then computer A, the sender computer, sends the packets to the switch. The switch has inbuilt software that reads the header of each packet, determines the port at which the receiver is connected, and forwards the packet on the corresponding cable. Such a type of communication, in which small units of data or packets are routed through a network based on the destination address contained within each packet, is called packet switching. In packet based network, the messages get broken into small data packets. These packets are sent out from computer and they travel around the network seeking out the most efficient route to travel as circuits become available. Now see this figure and understand, try to understand this. When packets have to be sent to a computer on a different network, they pass through a number of routers. Every packet is numbered. Packets may follow different path to reach the destination. Here understand this point. In this figure, server is sending the data to the computer. From the server is the data is broken into small pieces called packets, and each packets travel from different routes. Each packet contains source address from where the data is being transmitted, destination address to which system the data has to be transmitted, and the sequence number, because when the data is transmitted, all the packets transmitted to the destination id, and at the time of reassembling, the all the packets can be reassembled in such manner as the data is sent from the sender system. As the packets, each packet travel through different routers which are efficient, which path are efficient, packet may follow different path to reach the destination computer. Before the transmission starts, each communication is divided into packets, okay? And packet have certain header and data. There is no fixed path. The path is chosen by the packets which are efficient for them to travel. And as the all the packets reaches to the computer, to the desired location, to the destination, they all reassembled and form the complete message that is sent from the sender. In this way, packet switching work to transmit data from one system to another. Thanks for watching this video. In the next class, we will discuss about network security. Okay.